Hello and welcome, everyone. This is the Monday Night Lights here at Canadian Tire, race number 3 of this edition of Canadian Tire. Last week we did all of Gateway, and now we're doing all of Canadian Tire. And with 2 out of the 4 races on docket already done and dusted, we have a big, I guess a big shift in momentum going into this race. Currently, out of the 2 nights that we've done Canadian Tire, they were won by the same person. However, that driver, Hunty Wild, is not going to be in this race. That opens the door for a brand new winner this week. And of course, who can get it done here? That is going to be the question. We had a lot of Monday drivers in order to try to practice in order to see what works and what doesn't. Of course, Story Square was the highest of these returning drivers. He is going to be racing here just for fun. He has the points for Sunday side of things. And with that, we're going to have to see how this goes. Give me one hot second. All right. So with that, we have a lot of potential spoilers for tonight. Now, joining me up here in our in-race reporter seat is going to be Gio. Now, Gio, we are going to be. You have raced also both nights. This is race number 3 for you. What can we expect from you on track?
Uh, I think I learned a lot about fuel saving past couple nights. I think that's going to be a key part of it. So it's going to be a mixture of saving some gas every lap, but also maintaining pace with the guys in front of you. So you can expect from me. We'll see what everybody else got in store.
Well, of course, it wasn't so much a big thing when it comes to some of the guys. I mean, fuel saving is just a natural thing for some. However, you have I guess a big strategy that has been the key to this few races, whether it's going to be a 3 stopper or a 4 stopper. And with that, I guess we're going to be going right now. All right, with that, it is 9:20. I will unpause the timer. Please send me invites. You have the qualifying order set, and good luck. Oh, by the way, much like last time, we had inside is going to be odds. So that to the left is going to be odds, evens on the right. Again, odds on the left, evens on the right. All right, so with that, there we go. I always like to say that because we don't actually see road courses all that often. And it changes every time that it can go through, whether it be evens on the left or odds on the right. I know different leagues do it different. However, here we do odds on the left, evens on the right, much like it would on an oval. So therefore, it's actually a benefit to be on the right hand side for turn one because the turn one is actually a right hander. However, the previous pole sitters, both which of Hunty and Story Square, I should say, chose the outside, so the left hand side going into turn one. Now, it's going to be something that we're going to be interested here, Gio. What do you think is going to happen tonight?
Um, I'm hoping that everybody can keep it clean and nobody gets sent wide in turn one. So far these past couple nights it's been like that, so hopefully you can continue the trend tonight. You can join Patton.
Of course. We have, much like I was talking about in the pre-race notes, just a little bit before the stream started. You have a combined of 1 caution between all of the different series so far. 1 caution actually came on Saturday, and that was a freak accident. I don't even know what brought out the yellow, honestly. It was just one of those things that I could not quite figure on out. And so with that, it's going to be interesting because Mondays consistently have had the most cautions in the previous two races, and I personally, I feel like that trend is not going to really change. We'll have to see though because last night was some beautiful racing. Um, and same thing with it on Saturday as well. So we'll have to see if Monday can do the same thing. But yeah, Cyber's going to be on pole tonight. He is in a brand new number, racing part time, much like the driver he's representing. That is Daniel Hemrick in that number 8, Poppy Bank Machine. Before he went to the Toyotas, of course, this is the 2020 roster that we are running with here. And because of that, he's in a Chevrolet, not a Toyota. Beside him is going to be your underling, as you call him, the 51 of Agent Orange. That is Nathan. He is running full-time in this series. And then the other driver that put in a lap, of course, is you in that 44 right behind. GTR Jose Protege in that 39 did not submit a lap. He's the first one to take the no time route and just line up in P4. So excellent job from him. Other than that, you see the 93 of Loho lining up on the inside lane behind that, and then you can see how the field is going to line up behind. Most of these drivers getting their one race in the 89 there of Jagger, doing what I do personally and just kind of swerve, warming up those tires. However, you don't want to do it too much because that left front is going to burn with a intensity. You have to preserve that, especially as this strategy goes on. Last night we saw the three stoppers make a huge aspect into this race. Cutting an entire pit stop out of this cycle is going to be a big thing here. Who's going to, like Tiny NASCAR, who we're on board with right now, ran last night. However, he was a four stopper. I wonder if he learned from his mistake last night and going to try to go for the win tonight. Gio, so you were out of the house most of the day here. What's it like just jumping from whatever you were doing and then straight into having to go do a race?
I actually did a couple practice races earlier because I was kind of fearful of like I would forget my lines and stuff and my braking points and everything. So I did two full length practice races, the length we're going tonight, with the AI to just try to get it dipped into my brain. So I'm hoping I'll be good.
With that, it looks like we have 15 drivers going to be in store for us tonight. The breakdown of that is actually very small. There's only going to be 3 Sunday drivers, meaning 12 drivers will be racing for points here tonight. So that is actually a very shocking number. Everyone else is going to be running for points, and we are going green here. So the 51 has a great start, but the 8's going to have that momentum, and we can see on that outside lane it does not prevail this time. So, but that turns into the inside for turn 2. What can the 8 do? Looking very smooth going into this corner. Everyone going wide. The 47 goes out onto the flat part of this track, and we're going to go back on board with that because we're going to be 3 wide going into this turn 3 length. Oh, watch out, not the 1. What a move by him, but the grass kind of stuck, and with that, everyone is going to be diving on down, going through this fast left-hander, and then going into the double right. Who is going to be late on the brakes here in order to try to move forward? Oh, it looks like everyone's pretty nice right there. If they got off 5 minutes early, you could have made it, says BS. Well, welcome. Looks like everyone got through pretty smoothly so far. The 74 being passed by the 0 story score right now. The 89 of Jagger holding position where he's at. And there's the 16 of Dakota, who unfortunately is the biggest loser out of this opening lap. He moves all the way back to P12, but soon to be P13 because they're going 3 wide. Oh no, my goodness, that could have been bad as we go through the first set of the S's. But yeah, that Smooth and Steady is going to win the race here, and you can see that that 36 is going to be a rocket ship. He is already looking to that front spot, but that front spot currently being held by the 8 of Cyber, who was able to get it off of turn 3 right there. So let's go on back on board with the front runners right here. Gio, you are being hounded by that 39, and there goes the 36 trying to take that spot. Again, he showed some tremendous speed last night, but he is not saving it, appears. This, oh, the 0 absolutely locked up the brakes, and he just gives the position back. That was not intentional by any means. Oh my goodness me, that could have been bad. But yeah, yeah, Gio. So you learned from the strategy last night from running that you have to make a three stop if you have any hope of winning this race. So with that though, you have to keep the tires in check. So it's a very delicate dance, isn't it?
Yeah, normally in the process of saving fuel here, you automatically save tire, so that's kind of beneficial. But if you don't make it a three-stop race, there's somebody who will, and you're not going to be able to win. So
Yeah, so of course that is going to be a big thing around here at Canadian Tire. With that, the field goes through the final set of corners one more time. You can see that everyone kicking up a little dirt. It's not quite as dirty as Bristol dirt, but definitely that 36 is moving forward already. Already passing 2 for 1 right there, basically in the set of one front stretch right there. Definitely look on out for him as we move forward, but a little bit of contact. Oh my goodness, that could have been bad, but nothing too crazy. I'm sure it looked a lot different from Gio, your perspective right there.
yeah, didn't really give me a whole lot of space there, but I tried to hold my line the best I could. But I obviously didn't mean to get into him this early on, so my bad there.
All right, well, with that, the 51 is already moving forward. But yeah, looks like as you two are battling, it's actually bottlenecking the rest of the field, and they're starting to close on up. You have the zero story square already have caught you guys. The 93 of Loho trying to get past the zero, but also being under fire from the 74 and the 47 right behind. In fact, actually, we're going to go on board with Jagger as the 39 of Jose Proje goes wide, and that's going to give that spot to the zero story square, kicking up a lot of dirt. The 93 is going to try to overcut and then undercut through these turns, but the 74 gets a little out of sorts. I don't know if that was a little bit of contact right there. I will have to see. Did not have the proper camera shot, but yeah, that is going to be a minor setback for him as he lost not a position, but a little bit of time. Going into turn 2 right here. But yeah, the one though of Thai Racing doing overcut and undercut 93, putting his teammate no less of the 47 into the grass. I'm sure that Von Poon meeting is going to go swimmingly. But yeah, the 93 definitely have to watch out for that. Same thing with recent pickup of the 89 Jagger as the 41 and the 1 were 3 wide. And as we bottleneck here and coming out of the double right, the 89 is actually going to be the big loser out of that because he was in the middle and had to back on out of it. The 4 of MH, not the 4, sorry. The 4 of P. Colligator actually coming on out for another appearance here. So, of course, Pete Colligator, his first race in the Monday night lights in quite some time, actually. He's actually, of course, technically team owner of Gator Racing, the GTR boys, in case we're ever knowing, because people were curious on who the George Meroff of GMI was. Well, here is the GTR head right here of Pete Colligator. So that is where that comes from, and he is actually in the back, and he is known among other leagues about saving tires, saving fuel. So despite his position in the back of the pack right now, I'm definitely seeing a lot of potential for him right there as, oh my goodness, that is 3 wide as we go to the double right-hander. Someone has to back on out here. The 47 has the position lost, yet he has to be the one that backs on out. But yeah, definitely everyone minding their P's and Q's on 2x2 in the double right-hander. As soon as these guys get clean air, they're just essentially just choking each other up right now. 15 drivers are on board with us tonight. The VS to answer your question. But yeah, meanwhile, the person that is not being bottlenecked right now is the 8. Look at that lead over the 51. Then comes the 36, the 0, and the 44 completing the top 5. Oh, the 4 goes spinning. Oh, I saw him in the back. I don't know what happened there. There goes the 16. Oh my goodness, that is probably not... Well, that was not part of the strat right there. Pete Colligator, unfortunately... by where he went, he probably got tagged going into the first S. That was a major upset for him, but no caution to save him from that. So we'll have to see how this race continues from that. Gio, what lap are we on?
We are on lap 7, Patton.
Lap 7, so that means pit stops for those four stoppers are going to be coming up here pretty soon. Of course, you optimally want to pit on lap 9, so these guys will have to make it at least 2 more laps in order to, oh my goodness, the zero must have locked it up right there, or had maybe a little help from you right there, but
No,
yeah,
I was too far behind. You just overdrove it a little bit.
gotcha. Yeah, I saw him kind of just zooming behind the 36. I'm just like, that's probably not part of the plan. But yeah, definitely we're going to see some stops here in the next lap or two. Optimally, like I said, you want to make it to lap 9, but if you can't, then we're going to be seeing either this lap or next. So we'll have to see who can make the tires work. Who learned from last night? Currently, no takers here in the front part of the pack. Let's go on board with someone in the rear. So here is everyone back. No takers this time. I guess the real test will be next time. Yeah, BS making the commentary saying that's a big lead if he's saving. That's impressive. But like I said, this will be the test tonight to see if we are going to have a potential four-stop strategy make their head. Of course, the four-stop only works if there's a caution. If there's a caution, you look like a hero after stopping. But yeah, the 74 be right, giving room to the 41, but catches a little bit of grass, so definitely loses a little bit of momentum right there. But yeah, definitely a lot of these guys are definitely looking to save a little bit. As we see from a nice shot of the 47, everyone going through the double right-hander right there. Nice and smooth. The 74 does. I love that that arc going into the final backstretch right there, taking a wide arc and then going in. We're going to be on board with Cyber to see if he can make an additional lap. I'm assuming based on how much he is letting off, he is saving right now, but he doesn't make the hard right turn, so he is going to go another lap. Everyone behind, though, looks like the top 5 is going to hold steady. We're going to be seeing who is the first one. The 41 of Jordan Giles is going to be the first one down. The 1 of Ty Racing is also going to join them, and I don't think anyone else is going to be joining them as well. Oh, that's got to suck for those two because they are going to be really lonely. At the same time, though, if a caution comes on out, they look like a hero because they just jump everyone past, well, their competition. I mean, it's as simple as that, because you don't lose a lap around here when you pit under green. You only lose time, and it's about, depending on where you are at in track, about half a lap to 3/4 of a lap, but you do not go a full lap down. But all of these guys, two of them, meaning the 41 Jordan Jaja, who looks like sped. Oh, that's a double whammy. He's on the losing strategy, and he is not, going to be with the leaders on this track as he rejoins the track. If I'm tripping over my own words, but we're going to see I'm assuming a mad dash down pit lane this time around, or at least those that are going to go an additional lap. It looks like the 51, the 0, and the 40, or the 51 and the 0 are going to stay out an extra lap, but everyone else is going to be probably coming on down pit lane. Now, the reason why this is a big thing is because on the pace lap, that is a free lap that you are just saving. Everyone that is pitting right now will have to save an additional lap somewhere along these lines. This stint or the one after, you'll have to save an additional lap somewhere. But it looks like everyone's basically pretty smooth. Right now, it looks like Ty Racing is the only one really on a 4-stop realistically. Everyone else, though, like the 51, the 0, are the lead for this 3-stop strategy. Now, they can't lose too much time to these guys right here, and these guys are definitely going to be battling. Of course, the big headline from last night was these two were actually on the podium. Story Square was racing for points. He finished P2, his second career podium. And the 51 of Nathan, Agent Orange, getting a Sunday podium himself. However, it was not for points. This is his points night right here. And currently, as the leader, he just gets 5 bonus points for leading the lap. But I'm assuming these guys are going to turn the hard right. The 0 Story Square has to respect that and give a little bit of space as he goes into the pits. They know where the line is. Oh, Looks like the 51 was a little bit too conservative going on the pit lane that time, but we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, everyone else coming on down pit lane, the 39, the 74, the 89 probably sped going on pit lane. We were on board with them right there. But this looks like the 16 of Dakota Drake is our first DNF of the race. That is unfortunate from him. Going to be finishing 15 out of 15. Yeah, that basically everyone on pit lane right now are the ones on the true three-stop strategy. Everyone else will have to save a lap or two depending on when they did. You can see the 4 right there being a little bit conservative right there. A little bit of contact with the 47, but nothing too crazy right there. I think that was just, hey, like, I didn't realize you were there. The 47 gets it on done. The 4 tries to get the overcut. We're on board the 6, who has a great shot at that battle right behind. Of course, the 6 of Mr. Excitement, making his 4th career start tonight. Definitely good right now in the top 10. Looks like the one of Thai Racing right there. Don't jinx it, BS. So with that, you can see that the 6 having a good night. The 4, Pete Colligator, recovering quite well from his spin early on, but he's going back up through the field, and a really accomplished racer in his own right. The 8, though, and the 36 of Cyber, going to be battling right now. The 36 trying to side draft. I don't know if he quite knows that the side draft is not that important at road courses, but oh my goodness, look at that run. Can the 8 try to do the crossover? No, he can't. That 36 is going to take the lead pretty handily, but now that is going to mean the momentum shift to where he's at compared to everyone else. Now the 8 is going to be the one that's chasing. The behind is going to be the 0 Story Square, who jumped the 51 over Nathan on pit lane. So whether that just be his entry or exit, or maybe even just the pit crew, that spot is now lost to the 51, or to the 0. Gio, as I take a break here, take us through a lap of Canadian Tire.
All right, I got you. So coming out of this, I call this the big carousel. Some people shift up into 4th here, and then going into this turn, some people will downshift into 3rd or 2nd. I prefer 3rd, just to save a little bit of extra fuel. Coming out of this turn, you shift up into 4th. You let off over this turn, back into the gas, brake hard, downshift into 2nd quick. This is always tricky. It likes to get sideways off here. You try to get yourself as much gas off of here. Upshift into 4th. And then it's just a nice little, I like to admire the trees. The trees are pretty nice on the straightaway. And then going into this, you like to let off, brake, 3rd, and then gas it up. Quick downshift into 2nd. Gas. And come out of this turn, gas it up, shift into 3rd. Some people shift up into 4th. I stay in 3rd. It makes this turn 1 easier. Come out of turn 1, shift up into 4th, and then going into this turn 2, brake a little bit for the sign, downshift into 3rd, and go around. And that's a lot.
Well, thank you so much for that, Gio. Looks like you're kind of sitting in a world of your own right now there in P5. Definitely, but if I recall, though, you were able to adopt the strategy from last night. How's your tires and fuel looking like right now?
Currently, my left sides are 66.84, my rights are 77.86, and I have about 5 laps of fuel left, so I'm chilling.
Alright, so there you go. And so then I'm assuming the lap count is, what, 14 right now?
We are on lap 13, coming
13.
to 14.
Coming to 14, gotcha. So I was close. But yeah, definitely you can see that as everyone is now really starting to space on out, the drivers that are starting to save are really making their presence known. I'm sure that 4 of Pete Colligator is saving. Of course, reminder, Pete Colligator, this is not a brand new driver. He won at Road America in a tight battle of strategy, no less, against Xander in Season 0 Cup. He is a winner in MRL and is currently invited to the Season 1 All-Star race, which it's been so many seasons that don't really matter in terms of the grand scheme of things, in terms of promotion or relegation, that people forget that there will be a Clash and a All-Star in Season 1 proper. That will be next season for sure. But yeah, Picola invited to that that All-Star race with that win. So that 4 is looking like he knows what he's doing. However, his teammate here in the 39, 10 P6 at the moment, I think he's also doing a little bit of fuel saving because, reminder, his win in this season came at Auto Club. And with that, he is going to be looking to be trying to go 2 for 3 right here, and in 3 races, I should say. And well, maybe get on strategy. However, there are others that are also trying to do the same thing. Meanwhile, like the 8 of Cyber, the 36 of Tiny NASCAR are going to try to do the same thing. However, he's basically doing the same thing that he did last night and just kind of going full throttle and not really worrying about the consequences. Now, I don't particularly agree with that. The 8 and the 0, oh, the 0 got a little... the car got a little light, and you can just see how it was just turning. But yeah, that's 0 Story Square. Gonna try to get a P2 on here as we see a battle for a P2 at the moment, kind of heating up between the 8, the 0, and the 51. But yeah, that 36 is gone for right now. But we'll have to see if strategy is gonna rear its ugly head here again. But yeah, the 41 just kind of regroup right here. The 41 of Jordan Jalja sped on pit lane, so he is trying to come back with that. Not only is he on the wrong side of strategy, and will have to do an additional stop because he was the first one to come on down on lap 8, but he'll also have a bunch of time loss that he will have to deal with, maybe even going a lap down. But we'll have to see here as those two, himself and the 47, go through the fast left-hander, and then a little bit of contact in the double right. They're both trying to set themselves up for the exit. The 47 not leaving too much space, but a little bit of friendly contact. Nothing that upsets the cars massively. And the 41 gets the power down a lot sooner. And with that, we'll go down the far Canadian, I think this is just not Canada corner, that's Road America, but the Canadian backstretch here, and we'll get that spot as we go to the S's. But yeah, on board the 36 of Tiny NASCAR, let's actually take a lap with him to see if we hear anything different here. So shift down to 3rd. Shift down to 2nd. Oh yeah, if he's shifting down to 2nd there in turn 3, then I'm assuming that he's not saving fuel at all. We'll have to see how it's like here in the double right-hander. 2nd for sure. 1st, I hear a 1st gear in Tiny NASCAR, so definitely not saving from the 36. I think he's just trying to gap everyone. I think he's trying to do the exact opposite of what everyone else is trying to do. While everyone else is saving, I think he may be going full throttle to try to outpace everyone that will have to make, that will get half a pit stop out of this. So basically, while he pits an additional time, he's going to try to make up the rest of the time on track. I don't know if it's going to work in a caution-free race. It didn't work last night. It's going to be tough, but the more these 3 battle back here, the more time they lose. I think, honestly, the 8's kind of holding up the 0 and the 51. Of course, those two are currently sitting the best out of the field right now because they pit an additional lap after everyone. Same thing with, like, the 74, for example. The 4 did as well. Definitely, a lot of these guys are on differing agendas right now, and that's what I like about road course racing, Gio, is the differing agendas when it comes to the strategy. What lap times do I need to hit? What pit times do I have to hit? As we see the 9-3 go off-road racing right there. Good talk, Gio. So yeah, with that,
sorry, I didn't know that was a.
No, I was talking about like the differing agendas that everyone has. Definitely, it's interesting to see those that decide to go long or go short, knowing that you can't save, which appears to be what the 36 is trying to do right now. The 36 is. The 39 is going hardcore save mode right there. We heard him stay in 3rd gear the entire time through the double right, losing basically 2 spots in the process. But But yeah, those that are knowingly going to push it as hard as they can, and those that are going to be trying to save.
Yeah, we're on lap 18 now, so people should be coming in any second now.
You're on
Um,
lap 18. Okay, so um,
yes.
all right, as we see the 36 round, the fast left-hander again. He was taking second gear through here, and he's taking first gear. Surprisingly, in the double right-hander coming up here in one hot second. So he for sure is probably pitting this lap, but we're going to be on board with him to see if we can confirm or deny that. But of course, the in-game racer that he is right now is the 36 of Alex LeBay, known for actually a Pinty Series winner, champion, I should say, in Canada, which is basically the NASCAR division of Canada. So definitely the 36 can get it done here. The 36 also has a win in Season 0, so it is also invited to the All-Star race, and that came at the Charlotte Roval. And there we go. The 36 is coming on down
I think
again.
Cyber's out of gas. Either that or
Cyrus,
he's saving a lot.
well, let's go find
I'm
him.
gaining a lot of time on him on this big stretch.
There he is.
He was either saving a lot, or he was out of gas. I don't.
Well, he's pitting this time, so maybe he was pitting or saving a little bit too much. But you said this is lap 18, right?
Yes, we are 19 now. We should be at least.
Yeah. So that means if you pit this time, then you just basically have to pit on lap. Make sure you pit on lap 27, and you should be right as rain, right?
Yeah, I should be. I think I should be good for one more stop to the end. So hopefully no more of this fuel saving crap. Excuse my language, but
Well, the thing is, and that's one thing that was actually brought up in the post-race interview with Hunty, is that tomorrow the Challenger Series, in case anyone doesn't know, the Challenger Series is basically a modern series, with playoffs, stages, and the works. Those, we did the math on that, and basically, apart from maybe stage 2, then we'll have to see if these guys, we'll have to just can go balls to the wall. Unless a caution comes on out, there shouldn't be any saving tomorrow. So that's going to be a breath of fresh air for some of these guys. But yeah, the 0 story square coming in super hot, but we'll get it woed on up. The 51 does as well. But yeah, these guys definitely saving maybe a little bit too much. Looks like no one's quite on the outside looking in right now. Basically, everyone was saving enough on that opening pace lap. The 39 also going to be coming on down as well. The 74 using the wall to slow himself down. That's something I always encourage. The 1, I think, got way too loose.
yeah, he had an issue coming out of the rights there. I saw him getting all sorts of directions in my mirror.
Oof. The 1 of Thai Racing. Looking fast, but unfortunately is on the wrong side of strategy right now. And basically, anytime that he loses on track is basically a position that he's going to lose. Which, duh, no crap private patent, but whatever. But at a road course, time is everything. Lap times, sector times if you're in F1, pit times, everything essentially in a no-stage race at a road course, you're working from lap 36 backwards and knowing exactly what you should do, how to avoid traffic. And some people may actually start to pit before they hit traffic, especially when it comes to lap traffic. Looks like the 6 goes a little bit off-road. That's going to kill his momentum down this little short chute going into the fast left-hander before the double rights. But yeah, those he'll lose 2 spots right there. Unfortunate for him. But yeah, it looks like everyone basically getting by pretty clear. The 74 getting a little bit wide right there, maybe with a little bit of help of 39, but the 39 just tucks him back in line saying, hey, you know what, that was not on purpose. So it looks like just locked him up a little bit too much. But yeah, the 36 has a massive lead right now. That is actually shocking. And like I said, if he continues this trend where he is saving the proper amount, this is looking to be a pretty easy win for him right now. I'm not seeing anyone, like not even like in his rear view shot, I'm not seeing anyone behind him.
Yeah, he's got a pretty big lead on the track map.
And that is surprising, actually. But it looks like, as we are talking about that, the Zero Story Square and the 51 of Nathan, much like where they were last night, P2 and P3, like exactly, just with a different leader this time. Definitely looking for something to kind of change because obviously they're not going to win in this juncture right now. Something will have to go awry, or something will have to, well, definitely change. But yeah, Gio, looks like you're sitting comfortably in P5 right now. Is that correct?
Yeah, P5, just riding along a little bit, pushing it, still saving a little bit of gas just to be safe, but um, yeah, chilling.
Well, of
Not
course.
a whole lot more than that.
Well, one thing I want to point out here, and I'm sure this is probably the last thing you want to hear, but I'm going to say it anyway. You actually have the points lead as we enter tonight. Now, P5, obviously, that's not anything to scoff at. P5 is a P5. But if we look at your competition, actually, it's actually a little bit surprising. Everyone else is,
Behind me, yeah,
yeah,
crazy.
Jose
First time ever.
Protege.
First time for
Jose,
everything, Patton.
Jose Protege is behind you. In fact, actually, I want to actually find out exactly where he is right now. Looks like he is that's P6, 7, 8, P9 right now, with Brandon finishing out the top 10. But yeah, he's in P9 right now. Long live the sauce, not racing tonight. And BD is actually not having a very good night right now. He is currently sitting P11 and struggling as he goes off-roading. Well, I guess after off the racing line. But yeah, honestly, the only competition that you have is P6 of Nathan and Tiny NASCAR, which are sitting P6 and 7th in the standings, and those are the only two in front of you.
Yeah, I
This,
don't want to jinx myself, but it's been a okay night for myself.
Well, this is what we call damage limitation. That's what Max Verstappen was doing at Qatar. Now, for any F1 watchers out there, as soon as Lewis Hamilton got the lead at Qatar, basically the Red Bull team told Max, says like, okay, damage limitation, finish P2, bring the car home P2, and because basically he knew that there was going to be not really much he could do to really improve his position. And looks to be right now that's going to be the case as we are now. This is what, lap 20?
23.
23. So with that, lap 23, we're already coming up on the two-thirds portion of this race here in just a matter of 2 laps. And with that, everyone is basically has their bed, and they just has to lay in it right now. Most of the saving, let me rephrase that, is already done. And everyone is basically just riding right now. I'm actually very surprised with what the 8's doing right now. He is a lot farther off the pace than I would expect him to.
Yeah, I'm surprised, but he might be doing the same thing I am, just saving a little bit, just to be a little safe.
Of course, at this point, as long as you make it to lap 27, that is the key to this strategy here. Now, anyone that pits early, so like people like the 1, the 41 right here, the ones that are for sure, like right behind you, Gio, these guys will have to for sure make another stop should this race go green. These guys are going to be looking to pit early and hope and pray for a yellow. But meanwhile, with that being said, though, that is going to be something that they can only hope for. But yeah, these two have been inseparable this entire race. The one taking a little bit wider line, the 41 going on down, looks like trying to get that spot, and that is P6 done and dusted. The one just kind of gooses the throttle a little bit, saying, you know what, you got me this time. And therefore the 41 is going to set his sights on the 44 right there. But I'm actually seeing the 8 enter the picture a little ways up the road, and I'm questioning something here as we are now entering lap 26 as Tiny NASCAR goes across
25.
25 as Tiny NASCAR goes across the line. These guys will be pitting here in 2 laps. Not this lap, not next lap, but the lap after. So we'll have to see. Like I said, who's going to come on out and be on top here? Of course, like I said, 3 Sunday drivers in the field tonight. That being Jordan Jauja. You have Story Square right there. You can see right in front of the 51, and the 6 of Mr. Excitement. So those 3 drivers are actually looking to just have a good night. Mr. Excitement wanted the redemption. 41 of Jordan Jaujo did not run his points tonight, so he's also looking for a good run. And Story Square just wants that win. He has finished P2 last night, as well as P3 in his first career podium. And he's looking for P1 to complete that trifecta. But I don't know if it's going to happen tonight, because it seems that everyone's on the proper strategy and pitting on the proper laps. But as the field gets super spread on out right now, I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. I don't know. This could just be a little bit the superstition in me, or maybe they call it the Monday curse. But I'm feeling a storm brewing. I'm looking at these blue skies, and I don't know. I could be seeing some dark clouds on the horizon.
I'd take a rain caution right now. I'd love that.
Well, I'm sure a lot
And
of
the
people would
race.
love that, but that would mean a lot of people dive bombing turn 1. But we'll have to see if that will come on out without anyone's assistance, because it looks like the 6 will make the hard right-handed. That is off strategy right there. I wonder if that was an unscheduled stop, because that was a very late turn to the right there. You guys saw it. We were on board with them right there. It was very surprising. Start going through the field right now, just seeing if there's any battles going on. I don't think there is, honestly. Looks like the 36 is starting to save a little bit. That gap to Story Square and the 51 is coming down a little bit. So I see what the 36 is doing. He's extending the gap to early to save in the long part of this run. And as long as the 36 doesn't pit this time, which he doesn't, and he pits next time, or at least next time, then he should be A-okay. But yeah, I like what the 36 was doing right there. Of course, not the race that he would have wanted last week. Got a point deduction for his actions at Gateway, so he would be a little bit higher up the pecking order. But still, though, P1 is, like I said, nothing to scoff at. It looks like everyone behind him will comfortably be able to make it, as well as the 0 Story Square trying to do his best to close that gap to the 36, but I feel like the time for saving is done. These two have to go full throttle. They see that 36 getting closer and closer in the mirror. They know it was a 0. I don't know if that was a little bit of lag right there, but it looked like he went into the sand trap right there, going to the double right. That was interesting. An interesting line, nonetheless. But yeah, as long as these guys wear it on out, they will be on the superior the momentum, I guess I should say, because they can just go full throttle in this next run without having to save. So we'll have to see if that's going to come to fruition. I'm seeing the 36 dive on the down pit road this time. Will the 0 and the 51 come on down with them? No, they don't, and I like that. They do the exact opposite of what the 36 does. So while the 36 will have to save this next run, basically a lap, these guys won't. They can just go
We
full
are
throttle.
on lap. The leaders are on lap 28, Patton.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, that is. I like what he was doing right there, but looks like the 74 actually got past the 39, and as pit stops are starting to happen. You see the 8 of Cyber going on pit road. You see the 44 going on pit road. Everyone basically coming on down. The 74 stays out. The 39 stays out. The 4 and the 89 are battling back here in the fast right-hander starting into the S's. Will any of them come on down pit road? The 47 behind, that is BD Deadman, who we haven't now really talked about all day, honestly. Of course, BD is sitting P4 in the standings, not having a great night at all. He, I don't know if it's just the track or how the car feels, but he is not having a good night. You can actually see the advantage that the 36 actually had on his competition. The 74 has yet to stop for his final stop, and the 36 is right in front of him. He has an entire pit stop length on what is P2 essentially. Because the 47 comes off pit road, the 0 is, and the 51, I'm assuming, as I'm circling through, yep, are coming on down pit road, and they will make their stops. Barring them getting a pit road speeding penalty, they should come out in the same order that they came in. Everyone else making their stops right now, the 74, the 39, and there goes the 36 taking the lead back. The 0 comes on out. The 51 also comes on out, and there goes the lead right there. So yeah, with that, you can actually see that as final pit stops are happening here, the 4 and the 89 are also coming on down this time. The ones that are coming on down this time and are already down and away, so like the 51, the 0, they can just go ham. They can just go full throttle, as the 0 put it on a major gap to his rival. But yeah, the 36 is right there. The 0 story square, as long as he pushes it and not makes a mistake, he may be able to catch him. We'll have to keep an eye on that, though. Gio, let's get an update with you. Where are you at?
I am P7 at the moment in a nice little battle with Cyber. We're chilling. Lap 29 coming to 30, so
But that,
not really an eventful night for me.
Well, sometimes quiet nights are the best. You know, you gotta have some nights. You just didn't ruffle any feathers. You minded your P's and Q's, and who knows? This is basically another 5 points that you're fighting for right now.
Yeah. Me and Cyber just hanging out. Nice little Sunday drive.
On a Monday.
Yes.
Sunday drive.
Or Sunday,
on a
Monday drive.
With that though, but yeah, definitely though, looks to be a very good night for GMI overall, sitting P3 and now P4 right there. However, the GTR boys are starting to come to life. That 39 is definitely a moving. Like I said, I think they heard what I was talking about. The 39 has kicked it up a notch. He is definitely coming.
He's fast, all right.
The 36 of Tiny NASCAR, though, is definitely starting to feel the pressure of the 0, though. The 0, you can see him just in the background right there, getting ever so closer every lap. Now, will he have enough laps? Because, of course, the 0 can afford to go as hard as he can. The 36 has to save at some point. Let's see how that works. Ooh, I just caught the back of that battle. The 39 just whizzes on by. Do you just overcook
I let him go.
it?
No, I let him go.
Well, shoot. Now it looks like the 74 is also coming. That is another spot up for grabs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll leave you be there, Gio, because I don't want to give you the commentator's curse. But yeah, like I said, BD Deadman not having as grave a night as what people were expecting. Of course, sitting P4 in the standings, like I said, currently, before the race started, that is not the right points. There we go. Sitting 29 points out of the point lead. He will naturally gain a spot because of Long Live the Sauce, but where his competitors are racing, it's going to be a tight battle for the Monday standings coming out of this race. Of course, some making their first starts. Like I said, Pete Colligator making their first start for points. Cyber making his first start as well. So that is not really going to have a grand effect on the overall leaderboard. But I'm just seeing that 0. I think he's going to run out of laps, but he is moving right now. Leaving the 51 in the dust. Actually, you can't even see where the 0 is, as he is entering turn 1 right now and exiting turn 1. The 0 is not even visible on the screen. compared to where he is. So that's just how much the Zero has turned up the wick. Well, keep an eye on that as the laps tick on down. Gio, could you just let us know when the leaders hit 2 laps to go, please?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
We're currently on lap 32, so just a heads up there.
Oh, okay. So lap 32. Okay, I'll try to keep.
Yes.
I'll try my best in order to keep that lap in mind. Yeah, the 93 of Loho, having some stellar nights in other races. Not so much here. Loho coming into the race in 5th in the standings, 48 points back. Actually, in a very tight battle with the 6th place Agent Orange. But with Nathan being P3, Loho is going to lose that spot, unfortunately, because Loho just went a lap down. You can actually see a little bit of the leaders up the ways a little bit. There they are, right there in the front stretch. But yeah, in fact, actually, looks like the 47, as I'm kind of shifting on through the field, is going to be soon to go a lap down. But lap 33 right now. It's 4 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your butts, because this is when things get juicy. You have a lot of comers and goers right now. Jose Proje up there in what will provisionally be B4, because we assume that the 1 and the 41 can't make it, and they are currently up in front right now. So actually, I think that may be them on pit road right there. There goes. There's the 1 at least. So we'll be provisionally in that in 4th place. But yeah, the real battle, though, I guess, well, there's battles across the track, but the real battle, though, is between the 36 and the 0. Looks like the 36 has kind of turned up the wick a little bit, entering through the S's. Very calm, cool, and collected. But that 0, though, is stalking. Now, I don't know if the 36 is, if he needs to save anymore, but if he does, that's just what's allowing the 0 to kind of close on in. Lap 34 right now, 3 to go. And the 51 of Nathan is trying his best to do up there. Now, if I'm the 36, I'm trying to get to lap 36. Funny how that works out sometimes. As quickly as possible. That means the race is official. The next flag ends it. So we'll have to see how that goes as we just kind of tick on by. The 0 kicking up a lot of dirt. He's pushing right now, but I think he's going to run out of laps. He's closing, but just is not there. Oh my goodness. You and Brandon right there. I just caught that battle.
Yeah, he taking it to the grass.
Oh, and taking it to the wall right there. So yeah, with that, that is what is provisionally P5 right now. Actually, well, it is P5. Oh, that was a move by the 74, and we'll get that spot. We're gonna be on board the 44. We're gonna repay the favor a little bit. These two are gonna be beating and banging as we go to the checkered again. Coming to lap 35 right now, and right there it is. A lap 35 tick mark goes by. 2 to go here. 1 more lap until safety for the 36. Oh, using all parts of the track for the 0. I know there's battles across the track, but we'll have to see what the 0 is doing right now of Story Square. He's doing his best. I feel like at this point, you saved enough. You have to go for broke. The 36 has to just turn up the wick in order to hold up this lead. One mistake, though, and the 0 is there. Kicking up a lot of dirt, trying to enter the corner as wide as possible. But it's going to work for him so far. The Story Square kicking it into first gear. That's a tech that I was never aware of. But yeah,
I thought first gear would spin you out.
Yeah, but no, I'm seeing first gear, my guy. So yeah, with that, obviously they're doing things that I was not even aware of. But yeah, definitely he's doing his best in order to get up there. The 36 coming through the S's right now. The 0 definitely seems to be, this is his best part of the track right here. Kicking up a lot of dirt, trying to gain some kind of advantage, but the white flag's out. This race is official. Oh, even to the wall. And as much of the exit as possible. This is it. This is the money lap right now. No mistakes for the 36. No mistakes for the 0. But will lap traffic play a factor? It looks like that is the 47 of BD Deadman up the ways a little bit. Of course, this is his points night, so I don't know if the 36 will be able to catch him in time in order to even worry about it. But if I am the 36, I'd be like, oh, please give me the space. The 0, throwing it on down, that double right-hander. I think he goes a little bit too deep, but he's going to have a massive run on this backstretch right here, but not close enough. If I'm the 36 right now, just don't go wide. Going onto this run, hang on, let's try to go on board with him right here. Don't go wide as we go into this fast right-hander. But he's going to kick up a lot of dirt, try to make it as wide as possible. And with that, through the first S, and now the middle, and the final corner, the 36 is going to come out, and from a disappointing Sunday race to the winner on Monday. Story score P2, and we're on board with Nathan right now as we complete the podium. Story score P2, Nathan will collect P3, solid points night for him. Looks like Jose Proje will actually have a good race and finish P4, as it looks like the 93 of Loho also DNF out of this race. But yeah, that was the huge gap between P3 and P4. P4 is still going around right now, and we're actually seeing what's going to happen with that. Oh, the 39 trying to kick it. Yeah, he is far and away from everyone right now. But being in banging for the final spot. The 74 is going to throw it on down. Oh my goodness.
He's lucky I'm out of gas.
Oh, you're out of gas. And with that, that was a completion of the top 5. What a battle with that. Of course, racing.
He's so lucky I'm out of gas.
Here's the 47 to BD entering. Gio, if I could have some picks, please, that would be fantastic.
Yes.
But the 47 and the 6 are the last ones across the line. The race is still going on. That was how much the field was spread on out. Going into the final car right now, the 47 crosses the line. Whew. Okay, cool. Yeah, with that, we have a fantastic race on our hands. In fact, actually, fastest lap went to Story Square. He was pumping it on out for a 16.8. That's actually the fastest lap, faster than last night with the 36 turning that lap. So interesting race that was. But yeah, let's get these guys up into the booth. Gio, excellent run there, but it looks like you came up a little bit short. Well, literally on fuel.
Hey, P6, I will take it. I'm happy with that.
P6 on a road
out of the way.
P6 on a road course, and before I let you go, looks if I'm doing my math correctly, the gap between you and Jose are going to be about 4 points entering next race at Richmond. What do you have to say about that? 5 points. 5 points. Sorry.
Can I say a certain? It's like something when you drill something, you kind of you get what I'm at. You get what I'm getting at. Do that to Richmond.
Well, I think we all want to bulldoze Richmond, so we'll have to see how that works. But I definitely I'm picking up what you're throwing down. But yeah, we're gonna get these guys up into the booth. So we have Nathan, Story Square, and Tiny NASCAR. Those guys were definitely there. We go. Thankfully, they're all appearing online. It makes it real easy for me. But yeah, as we go through the rest of the running order, as we wait for these guys, we have we have obviously have our three podium guys. Are going to be hearing from them. But yeah, Jose Proje P4. Be right. Recovery drive from him from his Saturday night gig and finishing P5 there. Geo P6. P Colligator coming back to finish P7 after his early spin. Jordan Jauja P8. The first of the four stoppers, so P8 there. Cyber. I am not quite sure what happened with Cyber there. P9 from him. Jagger P10. There we go. Went the wrong way. Tie Racing P11. Mr. Excitement P12. Holy Echo Batman. BD Deadman P13. Loho and Dakota Drake P14 and 15. And those two are DNFs of the race. So yeah, interesting race all around. And we're going to be, well, for our podium guys, we're talking to two of the three same guys from last night. So again, interesting how that works on out. Nathan, how you doing today?
All right, how about you?
Doing all right, boss. Now, of course, this was your points night. Last night was your practice, and it seemed you incorporated what you learned into tonight. What was it like moving from last night to tonight?
I had a lot better handle on the strategy. I only went out for a lap or two, and then it went straight into fuel saving mode, and that way I made it far enough into my fuel runs so that the last stint I could just go all out. But I had nothing for the 0 and the 36. They were just way too fast.
As fast as Xfinity Internet. So with that, you had still a very solid run in a series that, or in a season that has not quite suited you. Currently sitting P6 in the standings. Now you're going to naturally gain points because, well, one, Long of the Sauce did not show up, so he is not going to earn points, nor did he submit a lap. But BD did not have a good night, and Loho finishing P13 and 14 respectively. The only ones that didn't finish in front of you was Story Square. He doesn't race for points on this night at least. And the 36 Italian NASCAR, who is only 11 points behind you. So you two are both going to be climbing up the order. As we move to Richmond, though, what can we expect? We had a caution-free race, and I hopefully knock on wood. Hopefully the Mike caught that on the mic. We hopefully cannot have it next week.
I hope we can go caution free next week because I feel like Richmond's a track where you really have to manage your stuff. It's more of a tire management than a fuel management kind of race, and yeah, I feel like that better suits what my racing style, kind of like a Iowa or Atlanta, some Darlington. Um, I got a wins at a couple, well, actually all three of those places. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to Richmond. I think it's a fun track. I don't have high hopes for zero cautions, but we'll see.
Definitely. It's going to be a bunch of unknowns for a lot of people, so I highly encourage racing in the Sunday race in order to kind of get a grip on it, and that goes for everyone, watching as well as listening. So with that, we move into the Zero Story Square. Again, actually, weirdly enough, that's just one place to the right. So Story Square, again, your third career podium, back-to-back nights, finishing P2. What was the so last night, it was because of strategy. You were kind of on the outside looking in for a little bit, and you kind of had to play catch up. Now it seems like tonight you were on the opposite side of things, where you were able to just go hard at the end of the run, but unfortunately ran out of laps.
Yeah, I kind of learned a little bit from last night with how Hunty went an extra lap, so I decided to save a little earlier on the first run. The first lap I went for it, the second and rest I decided to save. Um, I knew that on the last run that I definitely have to push it because I kind of wasted a little bit of time battling with Cyber and the 51. So um, yeah, once I got kind of away from them and once I get to the last pit stop, I knew I'd have to push it a lot because I think I was about 8 seconds back. So um, I knew that Tiny NASCAR would have to save a little bit, and I didn't know that he was actually going to be able to save as quick as he did. So I just want to say good job to him. But yeah, uh, good good day definitely. And hopefully moving forward, it'll help for any other road course, especially. So yeah.
Well, in fact, actually, now that you mention it, well, you said the gap was 8 seconds on that final run, correct?
Yeah.
Well, you were able to close it down to almost 2 seconds exactly. Now, if this race was a little bit longer, then this could have been a different story. But yeah, you definitely had a lot of pace going into this side of things. Now, of course, Richmond, you raced Sunday for points. Richmond's going to be an entirely different beast, so I'm not going to hash the same questions I asked from last night. But definitely, though, you're showing some momentum, making your team of the Chaos Crew really proud as you definitely are picking up podiums now left and right.
Yeah. And I appreciate them for bringing me along. It's we've definitely been doing pretty good as a team. So uh, can't wait to do better at Richmond and hope that we can grab some more podiums with my team.
There you go. And with that, we move into well, now our race winner. Now, this was a there he is, Alex Obey. You actually were on the outside of the strategy. I actually don't have your paint scheme. That sucks. But yeah, the you're on the outside of the strategy last night. Had to make an additional stop. Obviously, you learned from that, and was that the obviously that was probably the opening mark, but you definitely showed some pace.
Yeah, Hunty really told me what to do, but he, like, from doing what he did, I just learned from it. I didn't start saving until like to second, the second run, and that was what's hurting me. He saved about two laps on the first run, and I learned from that to start saving on the first run, and that's what saved me from for running today.
Well, with that, you actually have a. Well, still though, it seems like Story Square made mention that you had to save a little bit as the runs went on, and he was actually able to close on in. Were you nervous at all, thinking that he was going to close that 8 second gap?
Um, he w- I, he was really fast last night and tonight. Yes, I was worried because I knew he would be able to gain on me with me saving extra because I could barely make it, but I had to save more than he did.
Well, definitely showing pace here. Now, this wasn't your first win. Actually, I was actually talking about that on the broadcast. That you actually won at the Charlotte Roval in dominating fashion in season zero, and again another win at a road course. Should we start calling you the road course ringer, or what? Or do you think that you can kind of transfer a good season? Like I said, you were in P6 in the stand or P7 in the standings entering this race, um, and a good season into potential championship run.
Um, I don't know if you'd call me the road course ringer because we have a couple other good road course people in here. Um, but I love road courses. Every time I race them, I I kind of just dominate most of the races I race. But there's other leagues that I just completely dominate.
Well, definitely that we can uh, bring a little bit more competition in MRL then. So definitely keeps everyone on their feet. So with that, guys, any for anyone, any final thoughts before we close it on out for the night?
Good race, guys.
Yeah. Good job trying NASCAR.
Thank you.
I'm just happy to lead a lap every road course race because you know, Patton, road courses are not my thing.
Well, as well as leading a lap, that's just 5 bonus points to add to your bucket. Leading a lap, and as long as it doesn't like screw yourself in the long run, like you run out of fuel while doing it, then it definitely is nothing but helps. But as I'm looking through the times, Story Square, you with your 16.8, not only is that the
That's blistering.
yeah, running a 16, that's actually faster than what Hunty ran last night. So definitely, you had the pace. Like I said, I think maybe a few more laps. If this was a 40 lapper like it was on Saturday, as opposed to a 36, maybe you would have got there. But that's coulda, shoulda, woulda.
I do
But
have
yeah,
one thing to add.
go on. Yeah, what's up?
Um, I wish I had time to run a fast lap, but I didn't because I was saving the whole race. The only time I got tried to run a fast lap was the last lap, and so surprisingly, the lap that I got was me saving.
Dang, trying to take glory away from me, huh?
That was literally, he was just like, yeah, but I was at like 2% of my power. So yeah, it was just like that was the vibe I got from that.
Hey, you got
Um,
the win. Let me have some glory of myself, okay?
Sure, why
um,
not?
but yeah, definitely though. Story Square picking up the fastest lap of the 2 nights. Now we're not done with Canadian Tire. This is going to be one more race at the Challenger Series level with stages and all that, and definitely a lot of people are looking forward to it because fuel will not be an issue. So I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. It's going to be all about pace, and we'll have to see who is going to be the fastest
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Sadly, I can't make that.
Well, potentially we'll see another new winner. Currently, two winners out of the three races. Two different winners, I should say. Maybe a third coming out tomorrow, but that'll be a Tuesday problem. So with that, we're gonna close on out for the Monday side of things, and we'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace.